what's the biggest risk to you doing well? Because you mentioned about 17 things, like saddle sores, food, sleep,
animals,
your
conditions.
Conditions, animals, did you say?
Yeah, so like in America, like grizzly bears, like mountain lions, wolves and stuff.
Mountain lions, saber-toothed tigers, raptors,
T-Rexes.
Far out.
Yeah, so the bears was like a real concern. But that's the thing, when you look at the statistics, and especially what's just happened in the last couple of weeks, is like a collision with a car. Even though that there is a risk with bears all the time, quite often the circumstances can be the consequence can be quite catastrophic. But like, you really need to be mindful all the time with bears. So you can't just have you can't have half-eaten like honey buns or cinnamon rolls in your bag, because bears can sniff like a carcass 20 miles away. So like, from here to Frankston, they can smell. Yeah. So you don't want to have stuff that bears can sniff out. And like a guy from Texas, a few days before, he was just camping illegally before the race had started.
Oh, right. So are we talking here mainly with the risk factor with the bear when you're sleeping on the side of the road? Yeah. Not when you're on the bike.
Yeah, they won't chase you.
Oh, bro, I'm just thinking, fucking how quick are these bears?
Well, they can run faster than you. But like, if you get in between a mother and a cub, which, that is, I don't know if the summer season is when they do have cubs, I suppose, in that time of year. Yep. Like, if one's aggressive, then you can be in trouble. Yeah, right. But when you're sleeping, so it's like when I've gone to Yosemite National Park and you have to lock all your food up in the bear cages. And they are herbivores too, so they don't eat people for nutrition, but they can attack you. Yeah,
they can just fuck you up.
Whereas I suppose mountain lions are kind of the opposite. They do. Well, not eat people, but they eat other animals. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So animal attack is a genuine risk. So what are the other? If you were to say what's the thing that slows you down the most? The thing that is the biggest risk? Is it like weather? Yeah. Everyone's under the same sky though. So like
kind of. Well,
so if you just got caught in a bad patch, say 1 week in, because I imagine that you could be a day ahead, a day behind, and still be going back and forth, right? Okay, cool. So if you just get caught in the wrong weather pattern and you just...
Exactly. And it's like... even in Australia, so across the Nullarbor Plain, headwinds, so they really slow you up, and high temperature. So like, you're going through a lot more water to try and get your body temperature down. In America, it was very much... so dealing with snow... dealing with like sub-zero temperatures. Once you kind of cross over into New Mexico and the elevation drops away, it's like bushfires and high temperatures. So if it's really, really hot, it's not really that wise to push on in the heat of the day. So generally a lot of people will try and sleep like between like maybe like 2 and 6 o'clock when the temperatures are really high, providing obviously that you can get
for a nap.
Providing that you can get shade and
and then ride in the night. Yeah,
ride in the dark. But then if you're riding at night, then if you're going through small towns, like the shops are closed, so it's kind of like a bit of a catch-22.
Yeah, it's another thing that you have to really strategize around.
So it's all this, and it's kind of just you can plan it to a T as much as you like, but generally it never goes to plan, and you'll either be it's very rare that you'll ever be in front of where you want to be, but you'll often be behind.
Interesting.